Hello everybody, John with Vynyly here, and welcome to another 5 on Friday. Today we're going to be talking about a band whose own lead singer once said they may be the most hated band in rock and roll. Now I don't know if that's true, but they definitely were kind of caught between two worlds, so to speak. So the band we're talking about today is Stryper. And we're going to talk about their debut EP, The Yellow and Black Attack. Here we go. Number 1. The Yellow and Black Attack was the debut 6-song EP from Stryper, released in July of 1984. And over the years has had at least 3 different covers. I think 3, maybe more if they've done one recently. But the original cover is the one you see here. And this is one that I bought in 1984 with my own money. And you'll see that in the initial run, the bottom of the graphic was kind of cut off. When they reissued this album shortly after the first run, the second run, they fixed that issue, and you can see the full graphic. And then when they remastered the album in 1986 and added a couple of songs, we'll get to that later, they redid the cover again. So 3 different covers on the debut EP from Stryper. Number 2, fewer than 20,000 copies were initially pressed, and those are the ones with the cut-off graphic at the bottom. So if you've got one of those, you may have a collector's item on your hands. Anyway, only 20,000 copies were pressed by Enigma because they weren't sure that a Christian heavy metal band could be a success. And this is what I was talking about. They were stuck in between worlds, right? They were too worldly for the Christian community at first, and they were too Christian for the worldly heavy metal community. And they were really kind of stuck in the middle. I think it turned out to be okay, though, because they're still going strong today. But the first run of Yellow and Black Attack, only 20,000 copies. Here's a quick story for you. It was 1985, maybe 1986. And my friend Bob and I, huge Stryper fans, went to a Stryper concert. They weren't playing big arenas or anything. It was probably a high school somewhere in 1985. But Bob had a yellow Ford Maverick. I think it was like a 75 Ford Maverick. And it was yellow. And we were going to a Stryper concert. So we had what we thought was a pretty brilliant idea to put black tape all over the car. Probably electrical tape, the only black tape we could get at the time, most likely. So we put black electrical tape all over this car. We spelled Stryper on the roof, and we put 777 on the doors because that was their thing. You know, instead of 666 evil, they were 777 Christian stuff. Anyway, we covered that yellow car in black tape. Huge hit at the show. Everybody loved the Stryper car. Well, the next day, we went to remove the black tape, but we were taking the tape off, and it was taking with it several layers of paint. So we still had to take the tape off. So we took all the tape off. It pulled the paint with it. So Bob ended up with a permanent Stryper Shrine car until the day that car hit the junkyard, which probably wasn't too far. It wasn't too long in the future, but it was a huge hit at the concert, and it remained a huge hit for as long as he had that car because we took the paint right off. Number 3. When Stryper released their first full-length album, Soldiers Under Command, their manager, Darren Hinton, loaned them $100,000 to remix and re-record the Yellow and Black Attack. And that's the 1986 version that you'll see with the third cover variation. Number 4. In order to make the re-release in 1986 a full-length album, they had to add a couple songs. So the first song they added was a song called Reason for the Season, which was released in 85 as a 12-inch single, holiday-themed, obviously, Reason for the Season. And they also added a new version of a song called My Love I'll Always Show, which dates from their days as a band called Rock's Regime before they became Stryper. They changed the lyrics a little bit, re-recorded it, added it to the Yellow and Black Attack to make it a full-length album, and that's the 1986 version. It has the 6 original songs plus the 2 additionals. Number 5. Casual fans might be wondering, what's with all the stripes and the black and yellow? Yellow and black. I guess I should say it that way since that's what the record's called. Anyway, the stripes, according to the band, come from the Bible verse that says, by his stripes we are healed, talking about Jesus Christ. So that's where the stripes come from. But the actual color of the stripes, the yellow and black, comes from an unlikely source, Eddie Van Halen. According to Michael Sweet, the yellow and black was inspired by Eddie Van Halen.
Robert was the first one to tape up his kit, yellow and black, and it looked an awful lot like Eddie Van Halen's Bumblebee guitar. So I'm going to give credit to Eddie Van Halen for that.
And that's it for another Quick 5 on Friday. If you love Stryper, or if you don't love Stryper, leave a comment below. Let's open up a discussion about it and see what's going on. Stryper was a big band for me when I was in my early high school years. And I was a huge Stryper fan, as you can tell by the fact that I've got multiple vinyls from the 80s that I bought in the 80s anyway. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.
If our time ended right now on Earth, wow. Yeah. What a ride that it's been for this band.